Okay, Lakshmi, hope the screen
Yeah,
is visible.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, getting started, I'll be covering about how to do the Cypress with, we can use it for end-to-end testing and not only end-to-end testing, we can leverage it for visual testing and mobile view testing, component testing, unit testing. And today I'll cover like all the features.
Okay.
Okay, before starting, could you please introduce about yourself, your experience and your automation experience?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, like my name is Lakshmi. I'm in Dallas, Texas, in USA. So I have completed Master of Technology in Bioinformatics, BTech and MTech in Bioinformatics. So I have 10 years of gap, and then was trying in automation, and then I started working as a manual tester. So I learned Selenium with Java, but I'm interested in automation. So but I got a job in manual testing in outreach. It's like the application is based on AI. So um so they use a Cypress for automation, and I
Got it.
want to move on to the automation. So I know only Selenium with Java. The Cypress is totally new for me because I don't know like JavaScript. Like it's not like I don't know, like it's totally new for me. Like what I have learned and what is this is totally new. So I just wanted to enhance my knowledge, and wanted to, in future wanted to work on the automation in my current project.
Sounds good. Okay, Lakshmi, thanks for the introduction. Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing is don't worry about the JavaScript. It is, it's pretty easy to learn. I will cover JavaScript
Okay.
topics as well for you, and
Okay.
I'll be covering Cypress basics to advanced topics. And
Okay.
as you are already familiar with the Selenium with Java, end of
Yeah.
the day, automation will be similar kind of components only, but
Yeah.
the scripting will differ based on the language.
Yeah. True.
Okay, coming
Sure.
to yes. Okay, coming to my quick introduction, I'm Vinayak Tithi. I'm co-founder of and the organizer of Queer Talks community, and I
Okay.
have written a book, a cookbook called which is Cypress Cookbook, which comes with all the functions, features, and best practices and configurations. And
Okay.
I will share the documentation and interview preparation if you are applying for the jobs and
Yeah.
materials as well.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, these days I'm not much engaging with the blogging, but I'm a blogger as well, and I do
Okay.
videos on YouTuber, and sometimes I do freelancing, which
Okay.
is kind of like a project supports. And I
Okay.
have given multiple corporate trainings and batch trainings as well.
Okay.
And yeah, coming to my to overall experience, I do have 11 years of experience, and on Cypress, I've been working for nearly 3+ years of experience, and from last 2 years, I was giving regular training sessions.
Okay. Yeah. That's nice.
Okay, yes, that's a quick introduction about myself. Okay,
Okay.
coming to today's agenda, I'll be covering what is the Cypress and its features, how to
Okay.
getting started with Cypress automation and installation. It is pretty easy. Just in 10 seconds, we can do the setup and we can start writing scripting also.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, there are two things like a test runner mode and command line execution. I'll be covering two types of executions, and Cypress, we can leverage it for cross-browser testing. For example, if you write the scripts, the same script can be runnable on Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Safari, and
Oh, okay.
Electron. It is
Oh, okay.
completely cross-browser testing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what is Cypress? Nowadays, Cypress is a buzzword in everywhere in abroad, and India also it's rapidly growing. And Cypress is a free, open source, locally installed test runner and dashboards. It comes with the dashboard service as well for recording
Okay.
the tests. And yeah, it's for a front-end and back-end test automation tool built for the next generation of modern web applications. That means Cypress is not only for front-end automation, which Selenium is only for the front-end UI automation. But here we can
Oh,
use
okay.
Cypress for front-end API, database, visual testing, mobile view testing, component testing, unit. Here we can see the scope is endless. Like we can use it for
Oh,
all
okay.
types of testing.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it is useful for developers as well, and as well QA engineers. But the thing is not only testers have to use the Cypress, but developers also. They can
Oh,
use it
okay.
for component testing, unit testing. That means it's a, I mean, framework for everyone, not only for QAs, for developers as well.
Oh,
And for example, your application is React, AngularJS, Node.js, Vue.js, or Java, .NET, which is the development programming. Irrespective of the programming, we can use Cypress for any of the programming language.
okay.
For example, if we take Protractor, Protractor is going to deprecate soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I had Protractor is going, yeah, is deprecating soon. I mean, the Protractor team, what they have done, they have built the framework only for Angular
Okay.
applications.
Okay.
That is a mistake. They should target multiple programming language. Because if they stick with only one programming, what happened, Angular keep updating, but Protractor is a bit backward. They couldn't catch the speed of the Angular updates. That's why it's going to deprecate soon.
Okay.
But Cypress is not like that. We can use it for React, Angular, Node, Vue, Java, .NET, Python, any programming.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, any questions so far?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Why we use Cypress for our other automation frameworks? You might get a doubt nowadays, like plenty of tools in market, Catalan Studio,
Yeah.
Protractor, Playwright, Puppeteer, Selenium is for a long time in the industry. Okay,
Yeah.
why everyone, I mean, so we're migrating to Cypress and it's a buzzword in because it is a JavaScript test automation solution for web application, API, database, visual testing, and all-in-one testing framework provides a chai assertion library. That means it comes with inbuilt chai assertion library, where in
Okay.
Selenium, we have to use a third-party plugin, which is the TestNG.
Yes.
Yes, here in Cypress, we don't need to do any third-party installation. Just we
Okay.
have to use the chai assertion library with mocking and stubbing, all without Selenium. That means,
Okay.
yeah, there, if you, I mean, you already familiar with Selenium, right? There we
Yeah.
have to use the drivers, Chrome driver,
Yes.
Safari driver, Firefox
Yes.
driver. Here,
Yeah.
not like that. Here, there is
Oh.
no concept of drivers. Internally, the architecture is designed like that. Cypress will take care of the drivers.
Okay. So that's why cross-browser testing is
Cross-browser testing, just we need
feasible. Yeah.
feasible, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
just we need to select the browser and execute.
Okay.
We don't need to give, like, for example, driver equal to new Chrome driver or a driver
Okay.
equal to new
Yeah.
Safari
Yeah.
driver, like that, yes.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, moreover, it supports the Mocha test framework, which can be used to develop web test automations. Mocha framework is kind of similar to TestNG,
Okay.
but it's for JavaScript and TypeScript.
Okay.
Okay, how does Cypress work functionality? I mean, the thing is, like, Cypress is executed in the same run loop as your application. That means whenever you execute, you can, I mean, you can interact with the application, you can check the Chrome Dev tools and console JavaScript errors, network tabs, cookies. Hence, behind Cypress is a Node.js server proxy. And I mean, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hence, we have to install the Node.js as a proxy. Here you can see. We
Okay.
have to first install the Node.js from nodejs.org, and we can,
Okay.
LTS stands for long-term stable version, and we can
Okay.
use the 18.12.1 rather the current version, because when Cypress executes, I'll be showing the architecture soon. All the calls
Okay.
go through the Node.js proxy,
Okay. Yeah.
and the Node.js proxy will talk to the remote web. Hence, that's why here given it runs behind the Node.js server process, and
Okay.
it is most testing tools operate by running outside of the browser and executing remote commands across the network. But Cypress does
Oh,
the opposite. Cypress architecture is quite opposite, while at the
okay.
same time working outside of the browser for tasks that require higher privileges. That means when we execute the Cypress scripts, we don't talk to the, I mean, the scripts won't trigger on the remote web. It will create a local instance and execute the scripts on local instance only.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, Cypress takes snapshots of your application and enables you to time travel to the state it was when comments run. For every execution, it will capture the screenshots of the application. And
Okay.
we can do the time travel, means trace back where the script failed and why it failed.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the interactive test runner is very easy to debug.
Oh,
And yeah, I'll show the quick demo.
yeah, sure.
Okay, coming to other groundbreaking features are mocking and stubbing. Means we can create the mock API data, test data. And for example, mm, let's say the application is not up. Yeah, in that case, we can
Okay.
create the like a dummy server, and we can create the mock data for the
Oh, okay.
application, and we can
Okay.
proceed with the testing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, got it. Okay, if the application is not fully developed, so we can just test with the mocked
Mock
dummy
data,
application.
dummy
Yeah.
application, yes.
Okay.
Because so what happened, like in real time, development takes 6 months time or 1 year
True, true,
sometimes.
true, true,
We
true.
cannot wait for long term, right? We have to have
Yeah.
the some application to proceed with the testing.
Yeah.
Okay, time travel, as I earlier mentioned, it takes snapshots of as a test run, and allowing users to go back and forth in time during test scenarios. We can using the time travel, we can easily debug
Yeah.
from the command logs. And
Okay.
flag resistance means it automatically waits for commands and assertions before moving on. For example, okay, here we can see like when we load the page, it took some time to load the elements, and mm, I mean Cypress commands by default wait for 4 seconds. That's why it's
Okay.
very flag resistant, and automatically it will wait for the, for example, name field, email field, website field, drop down field, and then only it will go to the step by step.
Okay.
We don't need to use like a thread.sleep or wait commands,
Okay.
much commands
Oh.
here.
Oh, okay.
I think in Selenium we have to use the like
Yes. Yes.
thread.sleep is not recommended, but we'll be using implicit wait, explicit wait, right?
Yes. 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 Yeah.
Similar concept. Mm, yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming to spy stubs and clocks, that means like it is also similar kind of functionality where we can mimic the function. For example,
Okay.
before an input name email, we can mimic the function, and we can directly input the website and everything. And yeah, like that we can modify the function of the application. I'll be
Oh.
showing demo like as of now, like I'll be giving the glimpse of futures.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. When we are doing practically, we'll know. We can understand.
Yes, I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
once we start the regular sessions, I'll be covering all the topics one by one.
Yeah. Sure.
At that time, if you, I mean, if you face any challenges or any doubts, you can raise with me.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, another feature is real-time reloads. Means it automatically reloads whenever you make the changes to your tests. That means, for example, you have modified the test case 1, test case 2, and you don't need to execute manually. Automatically, Cypress will fetch the latest scenarios and execute.
Oh,
Hence,
okay.
I mean, it is kind of like automatic execution.
Okay.
Okay, coming to results, consistent results, and most of the time the scripts are very stable. It gives consistent and reliable tests that aren't flaky. And
Oh,
network traffic control means we can inspect the DOM.
yeah.
Usually, like we have to inspect the DOM and get the network traffic control. You can see when
Yeah.
we refresh the page,
Yeah.
here we can see list of API calls is happening in behind the network tab, and we can
Yeah.
interact with all the API calls. That's why
Okay.
we can do the feature of network traffic control and automatic
Okay.
waiting. It will
Okay.
wait for the elements to load, and the
Oh,
screenshots and videos means the thing is it will capture the screenshots and videos for the failure scenarios. We don't need to recreate any function.
oh, okay.
For example, in Selenium, what happened whenever we want to capture a screenshot, we have to create a function first,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you are already familiar, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hence in Cypress, it's not like that. The architecture comes with by default feature. Whenever any test case fail, automatically it will capture the screenshot and video for you.
Okay.
Just we need to open the screenshot and see why the test case is failed.
Okay.
And yeah, debuggability. Hence, readable error messages help you to debug quickly. Using the test runner,
Okay.
it's very easy to, I mean, we don't need to debug from the command lines or terminals. Hence,
Okay.
directly we can use the test runner, and it is very easy to read and easy to write.
Okay.
Okay, any questions so far?
No, it's very clear.
Okay. Mm, Yeah, a bit more about a test runner. Here you can see like it's an end-to-end testing tool geared towards web application testing, but thanks to its extensive API, it can easily access any HTTP API.
Oh,
That means, I mean, if you want to, whenever you want to refer any Cypress documents, we can go to docs.cypress.io
okay.
and you can search for the command
Okay.
or function request. Here we can see every documentation is very clear. They have maintained very detailed documentation for all the
Yeah.
functions, and you can, I mean, read the documentation here. But I will be covering real-time use cases. They won't give the
Okay.
examples, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's why like I'm here to cover the
Uh,
real-time examples. They will give like what are the commands to use only.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, a bit about more introduction. It's a next generation front-end testing tool built for modern web applications. Means like we can leverage it for any of the programming language. And
Okay.
Cypress enables you to write all types of testing. Means we can write end-to-end testing, integration, unit testing, component testing. Now they have added component testing. So if you are interested in unit testing, component testing, you can, I mean, learn that one as well. But basically it's not under our scope. Your component testing, unit testing comes under developers job,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
In real time,
Yeah.
like yeah,
Yeah.
they have they have to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes what happened in my previous company, my developer asked me to do unit testing, component testing. At that time I learned how to do.
Oh, okay.
So in the depends on the company, like it is a learning curve. But
Okay.
most of the time they won't ask us, like, because our role will
Yeah.
be mostly
Yeah.
covering
Yeah.
the end-to-end test and
End-to-end tests.
integration tests.
And
Yes.
yeah, in my organization, yeah, they're looking for end-to-end tests and integration.
But you guys not using a component and unit testing, right?
Yeah, not QA is not doing, like only the dev will be doing all those testings.
Right, right, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, another thing is Cypress is doing good. I had in US only, like many members came, many clients and corporate trainings and many members. I see like a lot of growth for Cypress there, right? In
Oh,
UK also, like UK, US, they are totally migrating from Selenium to Cypress now.
oh, actually, I have never heard of Cypress. Like after joining this organization, I came to know, and then I searched in the Google and all, and like there are lots of openings, and yeah, looks like it's growing now in US too.
Yes, right, right, yes.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah. Okay, moving forward, here we can see like the requirements are pretty simple. Like we need the Node.js proxy and
Okay.
yeah, one IDE, Visual Studio Code IDE, or we can use
Okay.
Atom IDE, or Eclipse also can.
Okay.
And yeah, before kickstart with Cypress, you need to know the JavaScript. That's why like during the course, I'll be covering JavaScript topics as well.
Okay.
Yeah, here you can see like I'll be covering what are the variables and constants and how
Okay.
to declare the variables and what are arrays in JavaScript and
Okay.
loops. Loops is important topic, conditions,
Yeah.
if conditions, and what is the use of ES6 module. And these are core JavaScript topics, promises, callback function,
Okay.
and how to use the async await promises. Yeah,
Okay.
how to we can use the classes also. Similar to
Okay.
Java, here also we can use classes, inheritance, those kinds of concepts and enums, and we
Okay.
can use collections also.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, the other requirement is that we have to install the Cypress package. Once we install Node.js, Visual Studio Code, and
So,
go, yeah,
okay. Okay. So you will be using Visual Studio Code IDE.
yeah, yeah.
Like
During the trainings, I'll be using the Visual Studio Code.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please carry on.
No. Yeah, in my organization, yeah, they used to write in Visual Studio.
Visual Studio Code, yes,
Yeah.
because it is open source and very lightweight.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you can use like a IntelliJ also, IntelliJ Eclipse, but it takes a lot of RAM. It's a heavy tools.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, here you can see based on the operating system, we can install the package, and I'll show the demo as well.
Yeah, sure. Hello.
Yes, Sadhrakshmi, just a second.
Okay. I'm sorry. No, just
No
wanted to
worries.
make sure.
Yeah, mm, it's ready now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, here you can see like I think you are already familiar with the VS Code, right? Your company is using, and I mean some
Yeah.
companies use the license version, but during the sessions I'll be using the open source version.
Okay.
Okay, here we can see like I have created the Cypress demo project, and
Okay.
if you want to open the terminal, here is the menu. Just click on terminal, new terminal.
Okay.
Okay. To getting started, first we have to, after getting the project folder, we have to initialize the package.json file. For that, we have to run the command
Okay.
npm init. Okay, after run the command, it will ask for the what is the package name. Cypress demo is the project name, and
Okay.
version we can keep it as 1.0.0, and description we can say Cypress tests.
Okay.
Okay, entry point we can keep it as index.js file, and test command we can say npm run test.
Okay.
And as of now, we didn't integrate with any GitHub or Bitbucket pipeline. Hence, we can
Okay.
skip the Git repository. And keywords,
Okay.
we can say Cypress. And author in this case, me, based on the who developed the project. And excuse me, license. License is optional, like we can skip it, ISC. Okay,
Okay.
if everything looks good, like all the configuration here, we can input yes.
Okay.
Okay, now we if you notice like a left side
Yeah.
package.json file is created.
Okay.
Before it
Yeah.
was not there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
package.json file is the main file to it's for the dependency management.
Okay.
Hence we can install all the packages from here, install and we can create the npm scripts as well for
Okay.
command line execution. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, that's why I have created one command called test equal to npm run test.
Okay.
Hence later while execution we can call npm run test.
Okay.
Okay, or we can say Cypress run. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now our package.json file is setup is ready. And now we have to install the packages from npm.
Okay.
Okay, what is npm means? It stands for Node Package Manager. It
Okay.
is a central repository to install all the packages. For example, we want to install Cypress.
Yeah.
Here you can see like, I mean, it will show the documentation and how to
Yeah.
install the package. In
Yeah.
using the npm, we can install thousands of packages.
Okay.
Hence, it will show the detailed documentation as well. Just we need to run the
Yeah.
command. And we have to run as a dash sudo
Okay.
Cypress. Here you can see it, install the node modules
Yeah.
folder, and in this folder we will be having the all the packages, and our package will
Okay.
be just now we have installed Cypress.
Yeah.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it takes a bit 1 to 2 minutes time to install the packages.
Okay.
Here I have already installed Node.js from the Node.js website,
Okay.
and just now I'm using the VS Code, and
Yeah.
JavaScript I'll be covering during the regular sessions.
Okay.
And just now we have installed Cypress.
Yes.
Here you can see installation is completed, and here is our package as a
Okay.
dev dependency because we have given dash sudo Cypress,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the latest version is 12.1.0.
Okay.
Okay, now we have the node modules folder with all the packages, package.json file.
JSON.
Package log JSON file, I'll be covering later. What is the use case of package log JSON file?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now the next command we have to run is npx cypress open. Means npx means node package execution.
Okay.
Hence, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay, npm stands for node package manager to install the packages. If you
Okay.
want to execute, no, then we have to open the terminal, right? I mean, excuse me, test
Yeah.
terminal. Then the
Yeah.
command is npx node package execution cypress
Okay.
open.
Okay.
Okay, here you can see the dashboard is ready.
Yeah.
Just a second. Okay, I have plugged in the charger. Okay, here you can see like the thing is we have installed the 12.1.0, and
Okay.
when we open, it will first verify the Cypress, and it
Okay.
will always stored under library folder, caches, and Cypress folder, and the
Okay.
version,
Okay.
and the application will be Cypress.application app,
Okay.
and yeah. Okay, now let's do the setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will show like what is the new things in Cypress, and we can go through all the information
Oh.
and click continue. Okay, here we can see it comes with two
Oh,
options:
okay.
end-to-end testing, component
Testing,
testing.
component testing. Okay.
Yes, if your company I mean, started with component testing, you can do the configuration here. But most of the time we do end-to-end testing, right? We can click on, you can see build and test the entire experience of our application from end-to-end to ensure each flow matches our expectations. That means
Okay.
like the entire experience of the application testing. And here we can click and we can do the setup. Okay, if you notice left side here, you can see the Cypress folder is created
Yeah.
and comes with fixtures and support. I'll be covering
Okay.
soon. And
Okay.
yeah, these are the default config files, cypress.config file for
Okay.
the configuration of the, I mean,
Yeah.
base URL, global timeouts, screenshots capture true or false, videos capture true or false, mm,
Okay.
different configuration.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can see. And support intent.js file is for the global imports. Whenever we want to define anything global imports, we have to import in this file.
Okay.
Okay, support comments or JS file. I mean, whenever we want to create a reusable function, for example, user sign up or user login or user payment. All these are reusable functions we can create under comments.js
Comments.
file.
Okay, okay.
Yes. I mean, it is similar concept in Selenium. Selenium, we will be creating reusable functions, right? User defined functions.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it is similar concept.
Okay.
Okay, the last file will be example.json file where we can store the test data in the JSON format.
Okay.
And yeah, Cypress by default comes with the JSON compatibility. But if you want to automate Excel or CSV, then we have to install the third-party plugins. And
Okay.
yeah, during the training sessions, I will cover advanced topics as well, how to handle Excel, CSV,
Okay.
and other files.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now the files are ready and click continue. Okay, as of now in my local system, I have the Chrome, Electron,
Yeah.
Firefox, but not
Okay.
other browsers. That's why it's not showing the options here.
Okay. Okay.
And we can select Chrome and start
Yeah.
testing in Chrome. Okay, yeah, this is called the test runner. Here is one mini test runner, and after that we'll be open the, here you can see like a full test runner. And from here also we can do the short, quick handy tools like switch to Chrome, Electron, Firefox, and documents we can refer from here. For example, how to write our first test, how to do the best practices, setting, how to do the set up the CI. Hence, when we click on it, it will automatically like redirect to the page.
Okay.
You can see. I mean, it's a quick handy tool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and here will be the login access. Like as of now, I have used my account. I'll be showing how to why we use the login account.
Okay.
And yeah, it comes with example spec files. Just to refer like for beginners, or you can, create from scratch file. Like create new empty spec file. For now, let's click, click on the scaffold example specs. Here you can see
Okay.
it comes with getting started to do application and advanced examples just for reference for the beginners. Just
Okay.
click on the OK, got it. And now if you, when we go to the Cypress folder, we have the downloads folder, end-to-end folder, fixtures folder, support folder.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, yeah, I'll cover like a project framework walkthrough, like what are these files and why we use these files.
Yeah.
Okay, downloads. Downloads is for example, sometimes what happen when we want to download application like a Excel file or a CSV file, JSON file for the from the application, then automatically the files will be stored under downloads folder.
Okay.
Mm, Okay, here is a good example. Here we can see.
Okay.
The application comes with the download test case template with .xls extension.
Okay.
Yeah, when we download the file, what will happen when I click here, automatically it will download in my local system.
Yes.
Here
Yes.
you can see, but
Yeah.
we can redirect it to downloads folder.
Okay.
That is the good practice. Instead of like downloading in the local system, we should store always in the downloads folder.
Downloads folder.
Then later we can read or write to the file.
Okay. So this is like when automating, uh, when we are automating an application, when we are trying to download anything in that application, so that will be stored in the downloads folder.
Downloads folder, yes.
Okay.
Manually also we can give, for example, just now the file is downloaded, right? We can
Yeah.
place here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that we can copy and paste that
Yeah,
file here
manually we can do,
manually.
automatically also we can, I mean, from the script also we can do.
Okay.
That one I will be covering like during the regular sessions.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, end-to-end file. End-to-end folder is for the main executable files. Here we'll be creating the spec files, and for example, okay, here we have the getting started to do.sci.js file, and
Yeah,
we have imported the package here. Okay, here we have the describe. Describe is the test suite.
yeah.
And
Okay.
it block is the test case.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll be covering Mocha framework in detail. I mean, for time being, describe is the test suite, and here we have given example to do application, and here we have given the
Okay.
before each. Before each is a prerequisite, or we can say hooks.
Okay.
Hooks means like I mean, it's kind of like a prerequisite. Whenever we want to execute a test case, we want to give a condition before executing test case. We have to run the before each block.
Okay. Okay.
And here, I mean, we have given site.visit. Visit means
Oh,
open the website.
yes. Okay.
And the application is example Cypress.to do application.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, here you can see like the to do application contains an input box and two
Okay.
elements.
Yeah.
Okay, in the test case, we have, I mean, the example comes with the display two to-do items by default. Means when we open the
Okay.
page, by default, it should contain
It should
two
contain two.
elements.
Okay.
And using the locator, if whenever we want to find the element, we have to call the function sci.get.
Yeah.
Sci is a object here. For example, when we do the sci here, sci.object, here you can see, I mean,
Yeah.
check children,
Okay.
clear all
Okay.
cookies. All these are Cypress functions. Click function is
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Contains function is here, double click is here, and I mean, we will be using 80% of the functions, but not every all the functions.
Okay.
Okay, here we have given get the element to-do list of items, and should is a promise here, should have
Okay.
the length 2,
Okay.
because we have a length here 2. If you want to cross check, we can do the Chrome DevTools elements, search for the element. Here you can see
Yeah.
the locator is highlighting 2 elements.
Yeah.
Okay, and from the list, get the first element, to-do list first element. If you want to check the first element, the function is dot first,
Okay.
because we want to check only the first element.
Yeah.
Hence, the example comes with the dot first, and dot should promise have text. What is the label? Pay electric bill.
The electric bill. Okay.
And in the same way, get the list of elements using the sci.get function. Last.
Okay.
Last means refer to last element.
Okay.
And should have the text label, walk the dog.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's execute only the first test case using it dot only. You can see
Okay.
it dot only means it will execute only first test case.
Okay.
Okay, now let's go to the test runner, and here click on the to do application and to do spec file.
Okay.
Okay, here you can see like the test runner is very interactive and very visible. Before each, here is the URL we have given,
Yeah.
visit, and here is the test body. And when we expand, here we have the list of elements. How
Yeah.
many elements we have? 2. And
Yeah.
from there, we have to verify length 2, correct? And get the list of element, get the first element. What is the first element label? Pay electric bill.
Yeah.
And what is the last element label?
Walk the
Walk
dog.
the dog.
Yeah.
Hence, using each commands will be interactive. And the thing is, we can inspect the DOM here as well.
Okay.
And when we click on the element, here you can see the query
Okay.
element. We can inspect the DOM elements here. And the
Okay.
message is expected to element to have length of 2. And here the expected we have given pay electric bill and the actual
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Hence, everything will be detailed debugging we can do
Yeah.
from dev tools.
Okay.
Okay, that is one of the scenario. And after that, for example, here we have the two list of items, and we want to know, add the new item. For example, Cypress
Okay.
tests. Okay, for that we have created a constant. The example comes with the constant new item. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay, constant I'll cover later while covering JavaScript.
Okay.
Okay, here you can see like I said, get the input box element dot type. Type is for the input. When it's kind of similar to send keys. Send keys in Selenium we use, right?
Yes. Yes.
For
Okay.
input,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and here we have given the dollar symbol. New item means using the string template. And
Okay.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay,
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
we have given the string template new item and keyboard events. The center is referencing to keyboard event. Whenever we want to do keyboard event,
Okay.
we have to use the curly braces. And for example, we can give arrow up
Okay.
like this. But here our use case is after input the element,
Okay.
click enter, keyboard enter,
Okay.
and then get the list of elements. Call the should promise. Now the length should be 3
Yeah.
because previously it was 2.
Yeah.
And we
Now the
have
length
added
is.
one more element, which is Cypress test. And the length will be increased to 3. And the
Yeah.
last element now should have the text label new item,
New item. Yeah.
which is the just now we have added.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's execute second test case. Here you can see first scenario is completed and second scenario is
Yeah.
here. And here we have get the list of elements 3, and the
Yeah.
label should be Cypress tests.
Yeah.
Okay, another important thing is we can check the logs here, how many test cases passed, how many failed. And if you want to rerun
Okay.
the test case, just have to click on this icon.
Okay.
You can see pretty simple, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, the thing is we don't need to inspect the element from, for example, we don't need to go here and inspect the elements. Usually we'll be inspect
Okay. Yeah.
what are the
Yeah.
element data, excuse me, data ID, CSS, XPath like that, right?
Yes.
Using test runner, we have the Cypress playground. Just click on the
Okay.
icon and inspect the DOM. Automatically, it will
Okay.
generate the locators for you.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, the important thing is we have to pick only the relative locators, but not the lengthy absolute locators. If the
Okay.
locators are like relative locators, then yeah, no problem. We can pick from
Okay.
here. Just go to the script, dot click. Like this. The locators will be automatically generated. Just we need to add the function.
Okay.
You can see all the locators in this way it will be generated.
Yeah.
And we can switch the browsers from here, and the resolution is 1000 by 660. And we can increase
Okay.
the resolution as well from the config file.
Okay.
Okay, that's about the end-to-end execution file. And these are the advanced examples for reference.
Okay.
Mm, okay, fixtures folder. Fixtures folder is to store the test data. For example, we want to
Oh,
input, test data right here. We can see
yeah.
global SQA. Yeah, we want to input the data in the
Okay. Yeah.
application, but we
Yeah.
have to store the data first in the JSON file and call those
Okay.
data in the, excuse me, the
Yeah.
Cypress tests.
Oh,
So
okay.
by default, Cypress comes with the JSON file compatibility. But if you prefer Excel file, CSV file, yes, it is still possible. For that,
Okay.
but the thing is, you have to install the third-party packages.
Okay.
You can see the package name is the XLSX package.
Yeah.
I mean, in Selenium also we have, right, Apache POI. There we use Apache
Yeah.
POI.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Here we will be using XLS X file and I mean package. And once we install the package,
Okay.
yeah, once we install the package, we have to import globally, and then we can call the functions, how to read file, how to write file.
Okay.
Here is the use case. Yeah, in this way, like we have to define the worksheet,
Okay.
and
Okay.
read the data.
Okay.
All these examples I will cover like during the regular sessions.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, support comes with the two files, which is comments.js. You can see like whenever we want to create a reusable function, suppress.comments.add, and the function name we
Okay.
can give user login,
Okay.
and using the arrow function. Okay, here I mean the function we have to implement. For example, enter username, enter password,
Okay.
like this, and click submit.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean in real time it will be like creating the use case function and implementing
Yeah.
the logic here. If you want to
Yeah.
call this function in the spec file, pretty simple. Just first thing is we have to create the let's say login spec dot cy dot js, and the extension should be dot cy dot js.
Okay.
And we have to create the describe it block. Here will be login future, and here will be test valid login. Okay, for
Okay.
time being, let's do the console log here,
Yeah.
or we can do side.log. Okay, now yeah, the thing is like let's give any of the application. Yeah, in the test case we can give site.visit, open the website.
Okay.
I mean, we want to call the user login function. Then we have to call the site.object user login.
Okay.
The thing is, we don't need to export and import from the comments.js file. Once we import, I mean, once we define the function here, user login,
Okay.
just we need to call the site.object and the function. Now let's execute the login spec file.
Yeah.
And here we have to click on login, I mean, specs, and click
Yeah.
on login. Okay, when we see like these kind of errors, that means the application have the issue, not script issue. And
Okay.
because these applications are demo applications, right? Hence,
Yeah. Yeah.
there will be some JavaScript errors here, and that's what we are
Okay.
facing here. Or we can do for Orange HRM website. Here you can see when I input the URL, automatically the scripts are executing. I didn't manually execute.
Okay. Yeah.
You can see open the website and login function, user login function called.
Okay.
Yeah, now we can use the Cypress playground to generate the locator. So you can see, get the
Okay. Yeah.
locator. And now go to the user functionality. Here, first we have to clear the input field
Oh, yeah.
and type.
Yeah.
And the username is admin.
Admin. Okay.
Clear the password field
Okay.
and type admin 123.
Okay.
And after that, we have to click on login. You can see. Okay. I mean, as of now, like I'm showing the like auto-generated locators, but during the
Okay.
sessions, I will show how to inspect the locators, how to create the custom locators as well. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
And the last function will be element.click. Here we
Okay.
are calling click user event. Now the function is, I mean, we have given the steps one by one
Yeah.
and save. Here you can see like the
Yeah.
application is successfully redirected, and
Yeah.
here we can inspect the just let's verify the dashboard is visible or not. Dot should is a promise
Yeah.
have text should be dashboard
Dashboard.
and save. Pretty simple, right? I mean, we can write manually one by one script or execute one way.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
other way is like go to the application, get the locators, and store the. I mean, this is not a good practice to create the locators like this. I mean, because we have to create our own custom locators, and I'll
Yeah.
be showing the page object design pattern with 4 to 5 design patterns.
Okay.
Here I have given the hard coded because of the time constraint, but
Okay.
during the sessions I'll cover that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, here you can see like after login we are verifying the dashboard should be visible.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, right? Once we create the custom
Yeah.
command
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
spec file, just call the function.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's why we'll be using the commands file, and the end-to-end.js file is to import any of the global imports here. And
Okay.
the node modules is to install all the packages will be installed here.
Okay.
Yeah, main important file is config file. Now, here what happened, here I have given the full URL, which is not a good practice. The base
Okay.
URL should come from the config file.
Okay.
Here we have to create the base URL.
Like www.google.com, kind of like that.
Yes, I mean, like for example, like our application is Orange open source demo Orange HRM application. Hence, we have to give the host here, main domain,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the path should be always comes from spec file. What
Okay.
happen in future? Like we want to test on staging environment,
Yeah.
stage environment, stage dot,
Yeah.
or sometimes we want to test on UAT. Just we need to change the host domain URL here,
Okay.
but the
Okay.
path will
Yeah.
remain same.
Yes. Yes. True. 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 Same.
That's why always the good practice is we have to define the base URL from the config file
Okay.
and save it.
So we need to change only that.
Only the base URL, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can execute on different browser as well. Here we can see like we can execute on the Electron browser
Okay.
and click on spec file. Okay, here you can see like once user successful login, verify the
Yeah.
dashboard. In this way, like we can do the cross-browser testing we can switch from here also, select Firefox and
Okay.
execute the script. And yeah, two more browsers will be, I'll add soon, Safari and
Okay.
Microsoft Edge.
Okay.
You can see we have,
Yeah.
I mean, partially we have completed the testing on 3 browsers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the use case of, I mean, to define the base URL and global timeouts like default comment timeout or page load timeout. And
Okay.
package.json file is for the to install the packages and to create the npm scripts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions on today's session?
No. I think like over I got an overview. I understood yeah, I got
It,
an idea like how does it work and all. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty easy to learn, like using the test runner and the scripts also, if you notice, pretty
Yeah.
easy to define. I mean, using the
Yeah.
like a site
Yeah.
visit,
Yeah.
like English commands, like
Yeah.
site get, site type,
Typed. Yeah. Yeah.
send, I mean, select. Hence, for you, I'll be covering like all the JavaScript topics. And
Okay.
after that, I'll be starting with, I mean, all the locator, how to define the, identify the locator strategies, how to use the VS Code usage as well, plugins,
Okay.
and Git sourcing, how to do the version control.
Okay.
Any
So
questions?
you will cover this also in Git, like how to use the Git repository and like push the code
Yeah,
and all.
yeah, commit push and how to create the PR, how to match with
Okay.
master branch. Yes.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
it's not like I will cover whole, but I'll show the overview, how we do in real time. How
Yeah.
two
Okay.
to three QAs work in the same repository, creating future
Okay.
branch from master branch and merging
Okay.
with the master branch. Yes. All the commit,
Okay.
push, pull. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah, coming to Cypress, I'll be covering, I mean, starting with the introduction and
Okay.
architecture and use cases, how to, here you can see number of use cases. For
Yeah.
example, date picker, pagination, shadow DOM, how to use the write and read files, sliders, web table handling, how to handle the tabs and windows, radio button, drop downs,
Okay.
drag and these are most common web UI elements, right?
Yeah.
Mm, and yeah, advanced, I'll be covering Cypress framework, page objects model, and Mocha framework, Cucumber framework. Yeah,
Okay.
here you can see BDD Cucumber.
Okay. API testing also, right?
Yeah, I'll be covering API testing as well. Yes.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
And how to do the mouse events, scroll into view, drop, drag and drop. I mean,
Okay.
double click, right click, trigger events for mouse over.
Okay.
Yeah, here you can see how to handle the JSON file, Excel file,
My Excel
CSV,
file. Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes we will be handling the JPEG, PNG, those kind of
Yeah.
files as well.
Okay.
And how to define the environment global variables and report. Yeah, reporting is very important.
Okay.
I'll be covering 3 to 4 reporting mechanisms, Mocasm and
Okay.
LE reports, Cucumber HTML reports.
Okay.
Okay, here comes the advanced topics. For example, like how to do the CI/CD pipeline integration with either GitLab CI or I mean Jenkins or
Okay.
I'll be showing 3 to 4 platforms.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll be covering about browser stack as well. How to do the cloud testing using browser stack or source labs.
Okay.
And I'll be giving the, I mean, configuration, how to do the configuration with MySQL or MongoDB, MS SQL.
Okay.
Yeah, we can leverage it for database testing as well.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is like here are all the I mean, how to use the Docker images, advanced topics, component testing, and how to do the graphical queries. GraphQL is a AP testing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. For the new members, I'm covering more advanced topics. For example, how to do performance testing using Cypress.
Okay.
Because using Google Lighthouse, we can check the performance analytics, how much time it is taking to load.
Okay.
Hence, yeah, I'll be covering session management as well. and
Okay.
how to do the testing PDF files and how to use the jQuery commands. Cypress dashboard analytics very important. And on
Okay.
top of that, I'll be covering visual testing and other features.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm, okay. Any questions on today's
Yeah.
session?
No, like today's session is okay. Like what will be the timings comfortable for you?
Yeah, I'll be
Okay.
covering soon. We'll stop the recording.
Yeah.